how to be a winner at life. We all create our own definitions, and for me, how I want to define being a winner with my free will is to make other people winners in the process, and that's how I become a winner. It reminds me of the quotation, we rise by lifting others. And usually when you lift others, you're below them. Well, we rise by lifting others. So it's like hand in hand together. It's a symbiotic relationship. So it's not about beating others or tearing others down, because that's more like our ego or our pain body, our shadow self, our trauma that wants to think or try to be better or bigger by making others smaller or less than us. So we can shift to a higher frequency by thinking sweeter thoughts that feel good, and we can be a winner by being of service and loving and kindness and working on ourselves and our consciousness. So the world that was, the old world order that tried to do a great reset but instead helped spur on a great awakening instead, they want us to think all muddled up stuff that's false and wrong. They try to lower and suppress our consciousness, but no, we ain't going to do that. We're going to raise our consciousness and elevate our frequency. And life's a beautiful gift. I'm glad to be alive. I'm glad you're joining me now, and I wish you the most beautiful day ever that you wish to choose for yourself and to define for yourself. You choose how you look at another person, how you define them, the story you tell in your head. So do I. But with that knowledge, we have the power to change the story in our head and our definition of any situation, problem, challenge, person, argument, conflict, behavior we don't like, or disconnection of any kind, even a trauma. We can redefine and tell a different story in our head about a traumatic event, or any event, even a challenging event in our day. We can make things positive and having a sense of purpose or meaning when previously there was victimhood and disability of not being able to respond properly because we're telling such a negative story in our head. When we think negative thoughts, we feel bad emotions. When we think positive thoughts, we can do so without avoiding or suppressing our emotions or avoiding the situation. We can actually work very progressively and positively on a situation while thinking positively. So this is what I'm working on and what I'm wishing to help you with. It's very important what we think we become, and if you want your outer life is a reflection of your thoughts, because your thoughts are the lightest of the physical matter. They're very light, they're invisible, they're light. Then there's your emotions are much heavier and they're connected to your body. Your emotions generally come from your thoughts, your perception, your story, your definition of an event. And a person, of course, because a lot of our stories is about people, and we have a lot of negative emotions about people, and that's because of our thoughts about the person. It's about our thoughts, it's not about the person, because the same person could be thought about differently, and many people have different feelings about the same person, even if they're doing the same thing to the different people. So that's proven, it's a given. There's no doubt about this, there's no argument. So it's a cool thing to realize we have the power of our thoughts and the power of over our emotions. And with our thoughts and emotions, then we take action in life. And to the degree of enthusiasm or negativity or positivity, excitement, and to the degree of our intensity of emotions, then we take action in our life to create our life. And it all comes from predominantly our thoughts, like I was saying, and our definition and how we define a person or situation or challenge. So with the power and intensity of our emotions coming from our thoughts, then we take out our action. And you know yourself, like half-arsed action doesn't yield powerful like field of results compared to action coming from powerful seeds of enthusiasm and empowerment and excitement and happiness and appreciation and joy. So it all comes from our thoughts. So our whole life and all of our relationships comes from our thoughts. So the take-home message from this video is to observe and become aware of your thoughts and see what the caliber or the quality of your thoughts are, and how your storytelling and self-talk about yourself and about others, and what you imagine, envision and remember and think about the past as well. Are you defining and putting things in a framework of a positive sense of meaning and a positive experience, or a positive heart-centered perspective? Or do you look the other? So one way is in alignment with our source energy or our higher self, and it'll feel positive, good emotions, happy emotions, like more peaceful, more acceptance, more inner peace, more happy 11-11, everybody, happy 11-11. And the other way is more disempowerment. So the first way I describe is empowerment, clarity and love and understanding and peace and joy, and it yields, it's a unity consciousness. You feel and think togetherness. It's about everybody. It's not just about you beating others or others losing or not caring about others. It's everyone's included as much as you can, at least in your heart, and to a certain ability physically also. And then the other way is disempowerment, negative victim story, and an inability to do stuff and to create harmony, peace in yourself and in your life and in your relationships. So this is my passion. So my book that's coming up is going to be called Heal Yourself, Heal Your Relationship, Heal Your Family. Because when you heal yourself, if you're single, you heal yourself, that's brilliant. When you heal yourself and you're in a relationship, then you're working on healing your relationship. And if you happen to have children, then you're working on healing your family. So that's my book name. And in small writings on me, Heal Your Life and Heal Your Ancestral Trauma. Because when we don't know about this stuff, we keep doing what our grandparents did to our parents and what our parents did to us. Unconscious lashing out of unconscious thoughts and stuffed up emotions and stuff, projecting mentally, being the victim and then being a perpetrator on others around you because you think they are the cause of your emotions, but really they're not. It's your thoughts. It's really your thoughts that's the product of your emotions, really, to be honest. That's what I'm learning more and more experientially. So there's different, everything is about layers and levels. It's all about like levels and degrees. So like you can say you're wise, or you say you're fit, or you can say you're intelligent, or you can say you're like fast or slow, but to what degree? Compared to who? There's always like levels above you and below you. There's people faster and people slower. There's people smarter and people less smart. Like, it doesn't really matter, really, does it? But the point is, it's not a black or white. It's a level, a layer, a degree, including wisdom, including healing, including awareness, including having a high vibration or a higher vibration than before. So it's important. I'm finding a different degree now in terms of my ability to have greater inner peace and mental wellness and emotional wellness. I'm still working on it. I've still got room to improve big time. Still got loads of wisdom to learn, lots of connecting the dots to do. Still, I'll keep going forward in my life. I'm only 39. I've come so far. I used to know less and understand less. I was less wise before, but now I'm wiser, thankfully, to my lessons. And so are you, I'm sure. I bet you are. And these are like type of positive thoughts, if you know what I'm saying. Like, usually positive thoughts are true thoughts. They're never fake. They're true. Everything I said there is true. And you can find by thinking carefully and looking for thoughts, what thoughts are true but feel good about a challenge you have in your life at the moment. And what I'd recommend is make a list of positive aspects about a challenge with a relationship or a person or a situation. Okay, make a list of positive aspects and focus on 99% of the positives, and acknowledge the negatives about a situation or a life circumstance, and just learn from it, but focus and envision and remember the positives predominantly, hugely. So that's all I want to say. It's good news, and life's a gift, and that's the truth. So I'm not lying there. It's a positive thought, but it's a real thought. People do their best. We all act according to our understanding and knowledge we have, our life experiences and our wisdom that we gain from life experience itself. So that helps me to have compassion for other people, and that's a true thought, and it helps everybody. So yeah, and with knowledge about me and my needs and my wishes, I can also put up something called boundaries to protect myself when I'm in a state of vulnerability. And when I'm feeling more empowered, positive and clear, then I don't need to put up boundaries as much because I'm not vulnerable, and I don't even need a boundary to protect myself in the first place. But when you do, then boundaries are more important. And we do all have certain rights which is tied into boundaries, such as the right to sleep when we want to sleep, the right to be be warm or comfortable in our body, the right to feel safe, the right to our opinion, to have our own thoughts, a right to not be in pain. So if people are trying to do these type of things to hamper your natural rights, then we got to speak up for ourselves in as much kindness and understanding and compassion as possible. Typically, unless it's a severe fight or flight, possible dangerous situation, that tends to be the exception where we might need to be. Occasionally, you have to be a little bit I think on the most rarest of occasions where there's true, literal, serious danger, then you got to be possibly fight or run away. And fighting isn't all compassion and love, but for 99% or more of the time, I find softness is definitely the answer overall, and heart-centeredness instead of fighting like a lion. So yeah, 99% of the time, being heart-centered and thinking positively and approaching a person, a situation with softness and gentleness is definitely by far and away the best, 99.9% of the time. But in the super rarest of occasion, in my experience for sure, and it's only the super rarest of occasion, being all hard, tough, sharp, noisy, maybe counter-aggressive, or simply running away, like if you're being attacked in an alleyway or something, or you're in a war, you can't try and talk with passion, typically. Other than that, I find personal relationships, getting in face or raising voices and interrupting never worked for me, or even many of my relationships, it just doesn't work. So for me, all this has been a game changer, because I wasn't sure when you should be standing up for yourself, or when my family member or my friend or my partner, when should people stand up for themselves? Well, there's a way of doing it without being sharp and fighty and aggressive or loud or interruptive, That way never worked for me. But standing up, talking over things with wanting to listen and understand another person has been my favourite way, the best way, for sure, by far. Yeah, deeper understanding, love, compassion and forgiveness is the name of the game, resulting in kindness, and that's the answer. That's it. That's basically it, to be honest. You could just minimize the book down to those 5 words, in my opinion. I have a book, but you shouldn't bother reading. I'm only joking. It's a good book. It's a great book. I kind of would actually really recommend it. It's a lovely book if you're interested in that topic. But I suppose I better go now. It's been exciting talking to you. It's been a passionate subject of mine. I love to speak about this type of stuff. Going to meet a friend. So yeah, I hope you're really well. I hope this helps you in your life, in your relationships, in your family, your children, your neighbours possibly, or your work, anyone you might have a challenge with. And just overall have more happiness and inner peace. Focusing on the positive, about people and things, what you have, appreciating, being grateful for anything and everything, waking up in the morning and being alive, going to bed at night time, and appreciating your family, children, partner, parents, everything, your body, any job, work or money you have, everything, the air, Mother Earth, nature, our legs, beautiful fresh air to breathe. Possessions you have, just appreciating all your knowledge. You've learned so much in life, so much. It's amazing how much we've all learned, because even the so-called bad or negative hard experiences usually teach us the most, to be honest, and in the end, our middle term bring us the most happiness and fulfillment and satisfaction in life. More depth, more meaning, more purpose, more fulfillment and satisfaction. Even minor things that don't work out teach us what we do want more. That's a really powerful thing. Otherwise we wouldn't know where to go in life. Like a headless chicken. But because I experienced this, now I know I don't really want that. And I experience it again and again. I definitely don't want that. Then I don't really have it anymore, more or less, that type of stuff, Anyway, better go. Lots of love. Have a gorgeous day. Thank you for watching, and feel welcome to share, like and subscribe, or get any coaching from me. Heal yourself, heal your family, heal your relationship, heal your life, and heal your ancestral line. And just, you know, all the stuff about spirituality and self-help and healing, stuff like that. As well as herbs from my herb store. Just Higher Self Herbs, 20% off. The code is compassion, love, forgiveness. Just a reminder, like I said earlier, compassion, love, forgiveness, deeper understanding, listening, deeper understanding, tuning in, and then kindness. That's the result, that's the remedy. And yeah, have a lovely day. Talk to you soon. Lots of love. Bye bye.